A few months ago I released a video that talked about the Peppa Pig game. Don't ask me why I decided to play this game, I just did, get over it. This video was a half serious, half memey review of the game, pointing out how badly made and repetitive it was. And although it wasn't a good experience to play, I got some good jokes to put into it. And it definitely has the honour of being the video with one of the weirdest thumbnails I've ever created. Now, after this video, I started to receive some support and likes, the usual stuff, before one of my long-term subscribers, Inferior, asked me in the comments if I would do a review of the Bluey game. Now, because of a variety of circumstances, I work on a budget, and as such I didn't want to be buying this game full price to do a review on it. But I did say that if it was heavily discounted, or if it went on Game Pass, I would download and play it. So after doing some scripts and working on some other projects, I took an Xbox break and went to check out the Game Pass. And what do you know, the Bluey game has been uploaded to it. And as I made a promise that I would review it if it was on Game Pass, I now have to do it. So to Inferior, I hope you enjoy the video, and to everyone else, just accept that this is something I've uploaded and try and enjoy it as well.
We're gonna hang out. Watch a movie.
Just for context, I have no idea what Bluey is and what the series is about. Obviously it's a kids show designed to teach kids basic lessons and be fun, but going into this game I had no prior experience with the series. In fact, initially I was a bit confused because I thought the main character was a guy, and usually in animation the males share the same colour scheme and characteristics and the females share the same things as well. So I expected Bluey to be a guy, but during the game the mother kept calling the kids girls, and despite having the same colour scheme as the dad, Bluey is a girl. That's how great this series is. It subverts your expectations.
Subverting expectations in and of itself is an accomplishment.
So we load the game up, and already the game is well better than the Peppa Pig one, because it actually lets you skip the opening cutscene and jump to the main menu, instead of doing the gaming equivalent of Chinese water torture. Now we start the game, and let me tell you, everything is just miles ahead of Peppa Pig. The animations are a lot more fluid and dynamic, you don't move at the same pace as a snail, the voice acting is great and doesn't really have any bad looping lines or laughs, and overall this game feels like an actual game adaptation of the series, while Peppa Pig felt like a rushed out cash grab designed to steal money from 3-year-olds. Which is the worst thing to try and do, because unless you're part of the royal family, most 3-year-olds don't have any money to steal from anyways. What am I talking about? Now the game begins and it's about the kids being off for the school holidays, and the game has a good tutorial level where it gets you to try and find some toys that tells you how to move around, how the physics works, and how to interact with objects. You are also introduced to the sticker book, which allows you to teleport to different areas of the game, select and replay levels, and show you what collectibles you have achieved. We also learn about the family. There's Bluey and Bingo, the two children of the family who are hyperactive little shits who complain about the whole journey and finding out the treasure isn't valuable, not being grateful about being able to spend the entire week with their parents.
You ungrateful bastard!
We then have Bandit and Chili, the two parents who are extremely happy and hippie-like, but also don't seem to have any jobs to bring in any income, exposing them for being the untroubled middle-class miscreants that they are, being able to lounge around and go on treasure hunts while the rest of society is going through a cost of living crisis. So after finding the toys around the house, we then get introduced to the mini-games. There's a variety of mini-games that you'll get access to during each of the 4 missions available, with this episode introducing Kiki Uppy. There's also a variety of collectibles that you can find, from the one-offs that unlock you a sticker to the ones where you have to go around and find them around the map, and you have to find all of these collectibles to unlock part of a picture, and you need to do all of this to get 100% of the game. During this level you also find part of a photo, which is the main thing that kicks off the plot. It turns out that when they were younger, Bandit and his 2 siblings hid a treasure and they wrote the map on the back of a photo, splitting the photo between the 3 siblings. And so Bluey and Bingo want to find the other part of the photo so they can find the treasure. We then move on to the playground area, where we were introduced to Uncle Stripe and Muffin.
Oh, let's play Ground is Lava. Oh yeah! I don't think princesses can play Ground is Lava. I think they just stand around and wave and look pretty.
You misogynistic little prick. So after dressing up to appeal to the patriarchal view of women, you then play another mini-game, The Ground is Lava, and then we get access to the second part of the treasure map. The next day, Bandit's other brother Radley comes around and acts all cool surfer bro, cause cool surfer bros are cool. He also brings something called a chatter mix with him, some sort of robotic monstrosity that goes around eating anything it wants and needs to be stopped as it steals a piece of the map. Can anyone anyone who is an expert in Bluey lore explain to me why Terminators are allowed to be sold to children in this universe? So now with the map complete, Grandad Mort comes along to help them find it, ending up in a creek and making their way up the river, like some sneaky Viet Congs. The game then tries to enforce its political beliefs on me, telling me that I need to clean up rubbish to stop global warming. We then find the treasure, and we then discover that it's just a doll that they decided to hide because Bandit and his siblings kept fighting over it. Bandit risked the lives of his family, possibly getting them hurt by rocks or drowning in the river, to rescue an action figure.
Damn, it feels good to be a gangster.
Back at the house, Bluey complains that there isn't actually any treasure and she wasted their holiday searching after an old doll, after which Bandit explains that it's not just about the destination, it's about the journey. But come on, it is a bit about the destination. If I wanted water and I had to walk across the Sahara Desert to get it, if I reach the well and it's dry, I'm gonna be a bit pissed. So anyways, everyone cheers back up and they go to the beach, and that's it. The story just kind of stops. No cutscenes or credits or anything, you just get to the end and then you're done with the story. Just make sure to go around and get all the collectibles and then the game is over. I will say the game is pretty well made for a kids game. Unlike the previous children's game that this mid-20-year-old has played, which were poorly constructed, featured very little gameplay and didn't really have any stories or characters, this game has a lot of fluid gameplay, character arcs, side quests and collectibles, and overall I approve this game. You're all welcome for this in-depth and astonishing review. If you enjoyed my video, please consider liking, subscribing and checking out some of my other videos. Sharing always helps, and if you're feeling really generous, please consider my Patreon or YouTube membership. I also have Twitter and occasionally I do live streams. But most of all, I just hope you had a great day and hopefully I will see you in the next video.